Lifetime in repeat.
So I'm putting this in the random, wacky, funny category, but it's more based around a serious topic, and that is my honest opinion on exams. Now I could go ahead and say that they are like dog shit, right? They are terrible. But I'm not gonna say that because I could scream all I want and I could say that la 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 because I'm in the middle of my exams at the moment. I'm sure a lot of you guys are at the moment as well. But I could do that, and the thing is, I could easily do that. But the thing is, does that really prove any point? Does that give me any evidence? It doesn't really. So I think the best thing to do here is just to give you my reasoning, and then maybe joke about a little about exams. And by the way, I had this examiner yesterday, right? And no, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. At the time of recording this, but by the time it goes up, it would have been like 2 weeks now. But because I did say no more pre-records, but I'm sorry guys, I have exams still, so I'm gonna have to keep going. But anyway, back to the topic. My head is just like, it's like my I don't know. But anyway, this examiner, I know I had this water bottle. Let's illustrate. I had my water bottle, and I would drink, and it was like 2 minutes before the end of the test, because I only finished like I think 2 or 1 minute left. So I was drinking, and she's marching up and down. I mean, they think they're like army generals, and like, and we're all meant to like salute as they go by and just like freeze and stand, and that doesn't happen. But anyway, so this is my water bottle. It's on my desk. I'm finishing. My hand is aching because I've just been writing for an hour and a half. And good luck to anyone that has tests, by the way. At the time I'm uploading this video, I don't know if you guys have finished, but if you guys still have exams to do, I know I will probably have still exams to do. Good luck. Anyway, so it's on my desk, and she walks by and she's looking at it, and I'm like, okay, you're not allowed a label on it. I took the label off, and she's still looking at it, and I'm like, are you thirsty? Do you want some water, or what's your problem? And she looks at me, gives me some dirty stare. I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. You're probably just angry because you have a crap job, but off you go. So she walks to the end of the aisle, and so that's at the start of the test. And at the end of the test, I have a full bottle of water, so I'm enjoying. I'm like, okay, I've finished with enough time. I'm sipping some water, and she's like, shh, like this, and I'm like, I didn't hear anyone talking, so I drink again, and I'm like, oh, okay, it must be someone else. She goes up to me, and goes, shh, like that, and I'm like, oh, I'm not talking. So she doesn't say anything. And I can't see anyone else talking around me, so I'm like, what the hell? Like, she's like, shh, I can't hear anyone else talking. I assume it's just because of my water, so I put my water down, and she walks away. Am I not allowed to drink water? I mean, I wasn't even drinking loud. I was just like, I was very thirsty, so I was like, I don't know, like when you put a fish back in the water, if you've ever been fishing, it's like, it goes crazy, I was like that because I've just done an exam. But I don't know, some of these examiners, it's either their breath is very, very hot and spicy, in which case it just melts the door away like the row A, and then you go to your seat and all the stools collapse because you've just been breathing on your seat and it's broken. Or they just have this hatred for kids. They just love, that's why they're an examiner. It makes sense now, guys. That's why they're an examiner. They love to see kids suffer. Sickos. Anyway, we've really got off point, so I'm going to go back to where we started. The reason I think exams are stupid. You've been studying for a year, right? You normally have exams in A-level, so this is A-level related, so more like year 12 and 13. But even for GCSEs, you've been studying 1 or 2 years, and the deciding factor is a couple of hours in a really stressful room with people watching you 24/7 during that process. You're stressed, you're struggling to remember, and they use that to decide if you're good at that subject. Like, you could have done well, but because you're stressed, you're no good at the subject. And that means on paper, if you're stressed and you mess that 3-hour test up and you get a D when you really are performing in an A standard during class, then that D is representative of your classwork. It doesn't match, and there's nothing you can do about that. And I think that is so stupid, guys. And that's why I think exams should never define us. Because honestly, if you are really stressed, there's no way you can perform at your best. And that's for anything, right? I'm sure right? When you first go to an interview, you're going to be stressed, right? But they're not going to ask you to sit down for an hour and a half and just do this crazy I'll let some jobs do, I'll give you that, some jobs do. But they don't, you talk to them and you kind of get to know them, and when you work, you settle in, and then they see how you work, performing by looking at you week after week. That's how you should measure success. You don't measure success by the end of the academic year, giving them like a 3-hour paper, and then saying, okay, do this, and then if they mess it up, that means they're no good, because that's stupid. I mean, think of how sorry, I keep looking, these birds are like, hello, but I just think it's so stupid. Like, I know there's no real easy way to test it, right? But wouldn't it be like a better method? Because it's got to be met. Oh, I can't speak. It's clearly someone didn't pass English. But wouldn't it be like a really, really better method to just measure your success week on week? Like, even like mini tests that all together add up with like practicals, more practicals involved. And if you can't do that, then maybe do some other sort of assessed learning. Because just 100% exam subjects, and I'm not sticking up for BTEC because I do mainly 100% exam courses. I just think that sometimes exams can just pressure you way too much, and I think that for that small proportion of your time, it decides a big majority of your life. And I don't think that should be allowed. I think that we should be able to express, if we are generally a misbehaved child, then we should not be just given an A or whatever. That's fine, that's what exams are there for. But if we generally work our socks off and if we generally do suffer from stress, I think there is something wrong when someone that works their socks off doesn't get what they want. And I know that's just life, and I know life isn't fair to everyone, but I just wanted to voice my self-opinion. I'm sorry it went from like 0 to 100 really deep. That's what she said. But I just wanted to say this to you guys. Good luck with your exams, and don't let them define you, because I know I won't. Peace out, guys. See you next week.